Welcome to our Kanye West song tier list. Lou, it's going to be a special episode because since the inception of the YouTube channel, you and I have been wanting to attack this episode. So the way that it's going to go for today, Lou and I picked 40 different Kanye West songs, all from his catalog. So we tried to have a rule of like maybe 2 songs per album. For some albums, we included a bit more. And we tried to include songs that we may have never spoken about because we've obviously done a lot of Kanye material on the channel, so we wanted to make it fun for the ranking. And of course, our tier list goes like this. It goes from bad, mid, good, great, amazing, and then perfect. But guys, to help blow up this video to an even bigger audience and to reach more Kanye fans, let's get a like goal count of 7,000 likes. It would mean the world to us. We always do it every time we ask you guys, so thank you so much for the endless support. Baloo, let's get into this. What's the first song for today?
First song today is Husband, and I just want to make a little prediction. I think this is going to be the tier list with the most perfect ratings that we've ever done. I'm saying it now.
You think so?
There's going to be the most perfect ratings that we've ever seen before.
Do you think that there's going to be the odd balance of like perfect and bads as well?
Well, I think we're starting off with a bad one.
Yes, we are.
Husband by Kanye West. It feels like we're listening to Kanye West whine into his voice memos app for how bad the vocal mixing is. The production is like super stripped down and very basic, very minimal. So that's not even a saving grace for the song itself. And it's just one long verse with Kanye singing and crooning about how he wants to hug and rub his woman. That's really what you're getting there.
And not only that, but like it's kind of weird because you have similar vocals that are shared between 2 different songs on this album as well. And Husband shares one of those final, like I guess you could call it a verse if you even want to call it a verse. And I don't know, just when I think about the Vultures era, this is like a bad fever dream. This is the one that I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna be like, man, I don't care if you created it. Just like hide it. This is one that had to be hidden. There's no way this one should have ever
came out. You can't hide it. It's there twice.
I know
it's there twice on the album, bro.
You try to escape it, and it's like, no.
It follows you.
It lingers. Bad rating.
Yeah, horrible song. Let's go on to Field Trip, keeping up with Vultures 2. And by the way, you guys are going to notice that as a trend. We're going to go from his latest material to his oldest. But with Field Trip, I mean, this was interesting just because when this snippet first came out, everybody was so
including
hyped.
Me. I thought that this was going to be a banger. I thought that this was going to be a sick anthem for the summer. Well, I can't really say like sick anthem for the summer. I never even thought that this was going to come out low-key. But I mean, regardless though, people were excited for the Don T performance. People were really like, okay, this has potential. Then it comes out and it's like, well, it's half-baked, you know? It's the same situation with the rest of the album. Do you give it a bad rating because like you know like what it could be, or do you give it the mid rating because like, well, there are certain salvageable portions of this track? Like, where do you go with it?
It's definitely a song that's a massive mess when you're looking at like all the reverb, all the vocal delays, the disastrous vocal mixing. Even especially on Don Toliver, like Don Toliver's melody on that hook is like halfway catchy, but it could have sounded way better if some of his words were like even slightly audible, which they weren't.
But not only that, but I feel like when you go into like the mixing on his vocals, at least for Don T, like we were in the live album reaction for it, and bro, his vocals were low-key clipping.
Yeah,
his vocals are distorted.
And you have a sleepy Kodak Black. I will say this: I want to give it a mid rating because Ty Dolla $ign finds the fucking perfect pocket, bro. On this song, Ty Dolla $ign slid.
Field Trip gets the mid rating.
There we go. Bad to mid. We're moving up.
And I think we're gonna continue moving up.
Yes.
Back to me.
There we go, bro. I smile every time I hear this song.
It's awesome.
How can you not like? If you like Kanye West and you like the shenanigans that he brings to music, you can't not fuck with this.
But you know what? He's done shenanigans before, but this is a fun and catchy shenanigan too.
Mm-hmm.
I still stand by it. I think this is one of the best tracks off of Vultures 1, bro. It's one of the best aging tracks. You know why? Because it's unique. It has that unique factor. You know, they don't fall out of the sky, you know? Like, that's why they just don't. They don't fall out of the sky. You're right. You're absolutely right. Then after that, you got a great Freddie Gibbs verse on it too. Like, why not?
An incredible Freddie Gibbs verse to close off the song.
I think this is a great song.
I think this is low-key a great song. It just feels like Kanye's being as expressive as he could be and just shouting out, like, the most provocative thoughts he could into like an empty room.
Not only that,
he's letting his nuts hang on this. It really is.
Like that's Pause. That's when you go into Back to Me, it's interesting because like it's also such a catchy tune. It's impossible like not to get into the groove of the song. And I was telling you that after we listened to it on the live album reaction. I'm like, Lou, lighten up, bro. I told you to lighten up, and you should have.
That being said, there's a reason why this song is like only like slightly great and not amazing. It's because of Ty Dolla $ign's like moaning hook, like I'm just moaning, we just moaning, like
yeah, it's a bit senseless.
That part's a bit sus.
But whatever, you
I'm
don't
not
give
gonna
a
lie.
fuck. You're there for Kanye and Freddie Gibbs.
And there's moments where like the big titties, like dogma interpolation becomes a bit much.
No,
like it gets
perfect.
Slightly repetitive at a certain
give
point.
The great rating, and we're getting out of here.
Let's keep moaning.
Let's go on to Burn. This was a big treat for the Kanye community, especially this year, considering that a lot of people were asking him to return to that late Reg and College Dropout sound. People wanted to hear him rap over a soul beat with charisma, and it felt like he actually had something to say within this verse. I just feel bad because I felt like this was a song where you needed a second and a third verse.
Yep.
This is where you definitely need a second or a third verse. Maybe you needed, someone to come in and lay some vocals down for the hook. Like, this should have been a bit more than what it is, Like, that's the problem with the song is, like, it's a big what if for me. I still love it. I think it's a great fucking song, but at the end of the day, like, imagine you would have had, I don't know, someone spectacular on the hook, let's say, to fill in, like, let's say, a bit more room on it, or
I want to say that Ty Dolla $ign brought in a wavy hook. I don't think that was an issue for me. He did his thing on that hook, bro.
Okay, it
was missing the second verse. That's all it is, and like it falls into like the Vultures zeitgeist of just being another incomplete song. This time for just being short. Not because it actually sounded...
It feels like an interlude.
Yeah, it's way too short, but I want to say this. It was an absolute blast to listen to just because, like you were saying, it brought you back to that 2000 soulful Kanye. And it proved to all of us how much we all missed that old Kanye West. Like, it was proof of that. But yeah, I love the dizzying vocal sample, the keys, the strings, well produced as well.
His flows that he's attacking, especially within the first couple of lines too, I really enjoy.
I'm not sure if it gets the amazing just because, again, it's way too short.
No, you know what? I
want to give it a great rating.
I'll give it a great rating, but in the context of the tier list, I think it's fair because there's other amazing songs on this tier list that are more complete. There's a lot more going on with them as far as production goes, as far as the verses. So I think it's a super fair rating, But honestly, Back to Me and Burn are on the same level. But let's keep going on with the Vultures era, and this is going to be the last song that we're going to attack from this era, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. We're going to get out of here soon. Carnival. So, you know what? Let's throw all the recency bias aside. I'm going to throw all the TikTok, let's say, memorabilia aside. It's a good song. It's a good song. Come on, Lou. Like,
listen,
you
bro.
can't. Like,
I
got your take right when it drops.
If you're listening to this and you're at a state fair and you have no choice, or you're fucking walking through the Rolling Loud festival grounds, I get it, bro. But if you're deliberately listening to this at this point in time, there's a problem.
Remember when we went to Rolling Loud in 2023 and all they were playing was Just Wanna Rock? But if we had a counter... guys, it was excessive.
It felt like a living hell at a certain point.
It was every 15 minutes. It was crazy because
if it wasn't bad enough, yeah.
Because like they have like different DJ booths everywhere, right? And like I get it, you have 150,000 people there from like one city. You got to make accessible stuff, but like, bro, it was crazy. And then, like you said, between sets, when you're waiting for an artist, bro, it was Just Wanna Rock on loop.
And if it wasn't bad enough, when we were interviewing people from the crowds, you'd have some people come into a video and like literally do the Just Wanna Rock dance, and you're like, fuck, man.
But you know what? People fucked with it. I can't blame them.
I mean, listen, bro. I mean, what do you want to do with this song? Cardi and Rich the Kid body Ye on his own song. Ty Dolla $ign is rapping literally about hoes wanting to fuck cars. I kid you not. He has a lyric about hoes wanting to fuck cars. What do you want to do here? Where do you want to go with this? You tell me.
I give it a good rating. It's a good song.
This is a mid song, bro, if I've ever seen one.
I know, but Lou, like, I'm telling you.
Bro, think about the level of quality we're about to fucking embark on here. We're going for a ride with this tier list, bro. And Carnival is going to take up space.
It's a good rating.
You want this to take up space in the good column? Do you really?
But it's a good song. Like, it's nothing. It's not horrible. Like, it got over-abused.
It's better than Field Trip, but
it got over-abused. It really did get over-abused. It's the only complete song, Loki, within this entire era. I love the Cardi performance. Rich the Kid had a good verse on it.
Ye Kelly, bitch.
I get it. I understand. He's gonna do outlandish shit.
He sounds awful though, even flow wise. Like, this is a mid song, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I overhyped the fuck out of it, at least on my end, compared to how I feel about it now.
I feel like that's because it got overplayed. I give it the good rating.
Listen, bro, we spent too much time on this fucking song. If you really feel that strongly about it,
Give it the good rating.
have at it.
All right, let's
This
keep
is your
looking.
fault. I'm holding you accountable for that. Next up, Lift Yourself.
The biggest
This
what if.
next verse, though, these bars, man, I can't believe it to this day, bro. This, to me, it's hard to say because we never really saw what it could have been, but this could have been one of the greatest Kanye West beats ever.
Oh, it's
I
beautiful.
really feel that
But
strongly.
the fact that
I
you
will,
had-
I will never forgive Kanye for taking the massive dump that he took on this beat, bro. I can't.
Yeah, even if it comes out as a troll, you can't waste good music like this. But I guess, listen, it's his art. He wanted to do what he wanted to do with it. So.
Imagine if Drake rapped over
Oh,
this.
it would've been stupid.
Generational.
No, bro, it would've been stupid.
Generational music.
And I don't even think that Kanye was going to lay down vocals for this. I think this was just for Drake.
Yeah.
It was just a year. Take it for Scorpion. Like this next to like an 8 out of 10 or a Sandra's Rose? Is there more? Oh my goodness.
Stupidity. Okay,
But-
we just put it perfect and keep it pushing? Is that what we're going to do here?
No. Let's play it. It's a bad song.
Yeah, it's a bad song.
It's just like it angers me. This song genuinely angers me because of what could have been.
Bro,
you know?
you know what's fucked too is that like the instrumental literally builds for 1 minute and 45 seconds,
It's
bro.
beautiful.
And you're just like,
But that's how like arrogant he is sometimes, and like how confident he is about his own music. Like he's a fuck you type of dude. He's like, I'm so good at what I do, I'll give you a generational beat, and then after that, I'll shit on it just to be able to make a point.
he's like,
And he
Walt Disney who? Steve Jobs who?
He did it.
I'm that guy.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're giving it a bad rating though. Life of the Party.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, listen, bro. I think this is obviously gonna show up in our list for top 10 songs of the decade. It's probably gonna be top 3.
Bro, I was thinking about that list. Yo, I think that might be the toughest list to put together, is that top 20 songs of the decade. Like,
What's one where you're like, man, this is not making it, but like it's gonna hurt me not to make it? Man, I was thinking about Kitchen Lights.
yeah,
I was like, how the fuck aren't like I can't?
it's not going to make it, though.
I don't know how it's gonna make it. Like you have to think about all the albums you have to go through. It's literally impossible.
Like,
we might have to extend it to top 25.
I don't think a single Utopia song is going to make it. And it's like, that's crazy to me.
That's
you know?
very true.
I don't think a single one's going to make it off that album. But yeah, speaking of Life of the Party, one of the greatest Kanye West songs of the last 10 years. Sometimes music can evoke a spiritual experience. That's what that song did for me, bro. Like listening to Andre 3000 literally rapping to God and speaking about his perspective on mortality and what his role is in the universe. I mean, you're not finding that anywhere else in Three Stacks' feature catalog. And not only that, but bro, like that part where Kanye goes hopped in the lamb with it during a damn pandemic, like he flows like a madman, even performance wise.
Well, it's because like
unreal.
But he often does this, especially like I think maybe not now, but especially like when he was rapping alongside top tier lyricists like an Andre 3K or even next to a Kendrick, he brings his A game. Like he refuses to get bodied, bro, and he didn't. Like the way that he closes off the song is beautiful. The messaging behind it is incredible. The sample flip is it's heavenly, bro. And you know, especially having the DMX excerpt in there as well, it's like whoa, like there's just it's a perfect song.
Oh
bro.
yeah, all day.
It's a perfect.
This is the
song.
first perfect. Brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
He has a lot of perfect records.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Yeah,
just the first of
I think
many.
he has one of the most stacked like song catalogs of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I saw like a debate online. People saying like, you know, who would really win in an all-time greatest hits catalog? Like, would it be a Drake or would it be a Kanye? And it's like maybe Drake has more, but the level of Kanye's hits are just out of here.
But
bro.
it's at the end of the day, it's like, could you even bring in like a Life of the Party into a hits catalog?
No,
you
you
know,
can't.
you can't bring that in
You
because it goes against the verses thing.
Absolutely,
right?
but
perfect.
nonetheless, perfect rating for Life of the Party. Let's move on to another Donda era song. We have Off the Grid, and this is Kanye West going into full drill mode with some religious undertones, and it worked out pretty damn well, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think it's definitely one of the most exciting songs out of the Dawn era. It was a song that, you know, really not only dominated the airwaves, but you couldn't escape it. And I don't know what Fabio Foreign was on that day and what he decided to do, but he just delivered a generational verse out of nowhere. He delivered a generational feature. He did it. He decided to wake up and he's like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's rip it.
What happened, bro? Like, I do not understand, like, what went into Fabio 4 and Cereal Bowl that morning. I don't know what happened.
This is what's crazy. Everyone got excited for a solo studio album from Fabio 4 based on one verse.
It's like Homelander gave him like some temp V or something, bro, and he just turned into a fucking rap superhero out of nowhere.
Bro, he ripped it.
When I was in jail, I was low key like, what? Starting off like that, when the chord progression hits, you're like,
it's
no.
cool. This is an amazing song, though.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's an amazing song.
Amazing.
It's
Like,
an amazing
even the
banger.
Cardi performance obviously maybe isn't up to par with Ye and Fabio, but the song has great pacing. It keeps you constantly thrilled. Amazing for sure. Next up, Come to Life. This is an interesting one just because I feel like the both of us didn't adore this song the way the community seemed to. I was maybe a bit bigger on it than you were, but now that you've had time, a good like 3 years to sit with it, has it grown on you at all?
It's one of the strongest cuts out of the Dawn
Yeah.
era, that's for sure. I love the production on it. I love the organs on it, and it's a beautiful song, and I love how pure it is, especially for that track list and how important it is for the narrative of the album. I will say this though, just to be a bit of an asshole, the Kanye vocals are not that great on it. That's kind of like where it's not as great as singing performance. I think it feels so sick and so genuine because of like how hard he's going in, bro. He's so into it. It's just that like
the vocals are not perfect, but they grew on me just because, like you said, like they're so organic
it's
and
an
they're
amazing
so
song.
heartfelt.
It's an amazing
Yes,
song. Though.
okay.
It's an
We're on
amazing
the same
song.
page.
Yeah, it's an amazing
like the
song.
crescendo of piano keys, the hallelujahs in the background. There's so many moving parts to this song that make it feel so grandiose. I love it, bro. And even just the message of like the beauty of manifesting your dreams and Ye wanting a new life because he's torn up about the divorce. Like, so much great subject
it's
matter.
beautiful. It deals with heartbreak. It deals
Yeah.
with faith. Like
Amazing.
It's an amazing song.
All right, let's go on to a song that I feel like we may have never spoken about on this podcast ever. This is Selah from the Jesus is King era.
It was interesting revisiting this song, by the way.
It was because I fucked with it more than I remembered fucking with it.
That's
I'm not gonna lie to you.
bro. NFR Context just needs a cam, and it's like we gotta.
Yeah.
NFR Context, you know what we're gonna do for you, bro? We're gonna put a camera somewhere in the studio here just for Lou's reactions at certain points. You know,
So juicy.
There we go.
Pause.
You see what I mean?
Another one.
You see, but regardless, you know what I really like about this song, bro? The production's flawless. The production is flawless. When those choir vocals kick in,
The slabs of percussion that hits, bro.
stupid
Oh
song.
my god.
even like
Nuts.
the Alleluia like refrain that comes in, and just it's a beautiful track.
It is.
But that's
bro.
what I'm saying though, is that like when people talk about Jesus is King, they often discredit it, but like it's these types of songs that I feel like went under the radar for a lot of people, where you go back to the production and some of the performances, you're like, whoa, like this is some serious shit, you know? So
what are we saying with it?
I think it's a great song.
Yes, I think it's a great
I
song.
think it's a great song.
And I love his performance. I thought it was very daring, very dynamic, great writing. And yeah, that gospel choir and the progression of it was beautiful as well. But all right.
Yeah, speaking about the Jesus is King era, let's go on to Follow God. So this is everyone's favorite song off of the album. Going back to, you know what? Back in 2019, I felt like it was too short. Now in 2024, because I cooked my attention span, I feel like it's the perfect length. I genuinely do. Like my attention span just got fucking shat on, and now I love the length of this track. But it's incredible, you know, him talking about the lessons that his father taught him, and like how he was able to find, a discipline in following God, and it's just beautiful. It's also one complete verse, and I love the sample flip on it too.
That's why we're here with this song. It's the sample flip. That's why you keep returning.
Yeah.
And what I love about the song too is that this is he managed to make a very religiously written track an absolute banger. Like, you don't need to be religious, you don't need to be invested in the Jesus is King experience or feel like enlightened by in any way to enjoy this song. Like, you can take it out of context and still really fuck with it, and that's what I appreciate about this song, is that again, you can play it in so many different settings. So Follow God, still, is it gonna be on the amazing level for me? I'm not too sure.
I would give it the amazing rating.
I would give it the great rating personally.
Oh, I think it's one of the biggest.
I
bangers
think
from that
when
era,
you
bro.
see some of the other tracks that are gonna be,
it would, yes, I get it, but I don't know. I feel like this would be one of the strongest cuts off of Ye.
I just think it's almost a burn situation where it could have been maybe slightly longer, but
But it is longer though.
yeah, it is.
It feels like a complete.
Listen,
thought.
I'm
Like,
gonna budge again for the second time. Remember that though. I'm budging for the second time in a row.
If you want to go Follow God's an amazing song. I'll take it.
There we go. Next up, Fourth Dimension. This is one of those songs that I love because it plays with your expectations. It feels like Kanye's gonna take you sonically into one direction, and then he just takes a sharp turn with a Louis Prima sample flip.
Well, yeah. If you guys wanted to actually hear, because I feel like a lot of people know obviously of the Louis Prima sample, but if you guys actually want to see what they did with it, well, this is a Christmas song. Because what will Santa Claus say by Louis Prima, and the way that they take those first opening lines from to open up for this song, like you said, it goes into a completely different direction, and you get the whoa, 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 and then that's when Kanye comes in and he starts off with this fresh energy. It feels so good. It should cost. Bought an alligator. I ain't talking the cost. Made me say, oh, like the way that
that whole ad-libs,
crazy,
insane. And then she said, I'm in the wrong hole. I said, I'm lost. Like just some funny one-liners, some clever bars. Like if I get locked up, I won't finish the scent. And then you're getting Cudi, who's sounding super focused with his flow and cadence. And yeah, bro, it just feels like you're entering this fantasy land where Ye and Cudi are like living out their wildest dreams. Like that's what it feels like. There's a darkness to the song too.
Yeah, there's like this darkness, but like this ultra confidence to it as well. And it's an important song for that 7-song track list.
You see, if you told me this is amazing, that's something that I like. This is a better song than Follow God to me.
I don't know, bro, because I feel like the messaging behind Follow God is a bit more important, at least in my opinion. I feel like the writing is better on Follow God. And I will say this, like the sample flip on Follow God for me is on the same level as this one. For Fourth
The sample
Dimension.
flip, yes, but I will say this, like, sure, there's cool subject matter about like his relationship with his father, but like he doesn't really, it's very vague. If you really look at the lyrics,
yes, but
it
even
is
at
super vague.
but this is another vague one though.
It
like,
is, but
like,
it's not meant to be anything else.
But-
It's meant to be like just this adrenaline rush of energy.
But
That's what it is.
yeah, but with Follow God though, like I feel like when you look at like Fourth Dimension and Follow God, they're on the same level for
This
me.
is an amazing song.
It is an amazing song.
Okay.
Though, absolutely.
There we go.
I'm not
Next
gonna
up,
argue it.
speaking of Kids See Ghosts, we couldn't do this without Reborn. This is one of the most therapeutic songs you're going to hear from Kanye West, especially in that 2018 era where self-care was just a major running theme across a lot of the projects he was working on. And you're getting one of the best hooks of Kanye's catalog delivered by Kid Cudi, in my opinion.
Oh, it's one of Kid Cudi's best ever hooks.
It feels like a warm embrace, bro. It's just beautiful.
Not only that, but like the somber keys on it and like how everything builds up, and it almost feels like a Man on the Moon 2 sort of hook. That like it kind of reminds me of like a Mr. Rager sort
It's
of like
vulnerable. It's frail.
Like
Yeah.
it's just. It's almost a cry out for help, you know, but it's like it's a positive cry out. Like it's like, you know, I'm coming out and I'm doing what I got to do to be a better person and to be happy in this life, and I absolutely love it. It's a perfect song.
This is a perfect
It's a
song,
perfect
bro.
song.
I'm not gonna lie. It's just like fucking medicine in music form. Like seriously, just sonic bliss from beginning to end, and even the bridge from Cudi is genius on this song.
It is.
But let's go on to Ye. All right, we got Yikes off of Ye, and this song has the hook that Drake famously wrote for Kanye, and not too long ago he actually thanked Drake for writing the hook for him. And it was interesting that Drake was able to tap into Kanye's dark psyche at that time. Like I feel like he really captured what might have been floating in Kanye's head around that era for it. So that was really cool to hear.
Well, it is really cool, and I think that it's a super important song again for the track list. That's what I love about like going back into this back catalog is like something that's missing out of this new Vultures era was like topical focus for like what was going on in the album. And with Yikes, you see that like he's tackling his opioids addiction. He's talking about being checked into the hospital. He's talking about how low life could possibly get. And the hook is infectious, and it's extremely vulnerable. It's dark. Like, this is a fantastic song, bro. Then after that, you want to hear this cast of producers on Yikes, bro? Mike Dean, Pierre Bourne, Apex Martin, and Kanye. It's stupid.
I actually didn't know Pierre Bourne. I know he.
He's on. He's credited as a producer.
I know he did a song or two on Jesus is King. I don't know about this one, but yeah, I also want to say like I just love how unhinged Ye sounds in this song vocally and how jumpy the flows are. It's really a killer performance. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a great rating. That's what I would do with this.
You wouldn't go amazing with Yikes?
No.
Okay, we could go great rating.
I'll
with
go
Al
great
Butch,
with
yeah,
this.
there you go. Use one of them.
Okay, there we go. Next up, Ghost Town.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Bro, like this is just the epitome of the feeling of freedom in music, bro. It feels like a representation of like a prison break for how they're just able to like break free from their shackles and just vocally represent what it feels like to not be held down by anything.
It's crazy that PND's on this song, bro. How times have changed.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how PND. Well, I
But-
think
but-
the start of the show is the outro by 070.
Generational.
That's a generational performance, and that's what Kanye does so well. Is he's able to get the best out of who he's working with, and whether it was Fabio on Off the Grid or whether it was 070 on Ghost Town, it's just like those types of generational performances. Like he'll force them out of you, bro, for his album, and he's done it with Nicki, he's done it with Rick Ross. You'll find them all over his catalog. So to be able to witness this is absolutely incredible. I think this is a perfect song.
This is a perfect song, bro, without a doubt. I just love even just the mix of genres. It feels like you're getting hip hop, rock, blues all mixed into one, and great tempo shifts throughout it. But let's keep on going, all right, to a big fan favorite. We're moving into the Life of Pablo era, and we're going to start off with Father Stretch My Hands, Part 1. And I'll be honest with you, I've never met a single person in real life that doesn't fuck with this song. It's impossible.
It's impossible. This is an aux battle glitch in the NFR community. When we were doing the aux battle, you just whip this on against anything.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that this is, like, the most likable song in Kanye's entire catalog?
It's
like
one of
number
them.
one.
But you see, like, Runaway's low-key that. I feel like for a lot of people. Like, no one ever talks shit about Runaway. Like, there's no...
I feel like I've seen, even though Runaway is more revered, I feel like I've seen more criticism for Runaway than I have for this song. Low key.
I guess because maybe Runaway gets a bit more conversation, but I feel like people treat Runaway like a 90210 or a Sing About Me or a For Your Eyes Only, where it's like, no, you can't touch that.
Yeah.
You can't touch. But I get what you're saying, though. Like, this is arguably one of the most enjoyable songs within his entire catalog. The iconic Metro Boomin production and the drop, just the Kid Cudi hook, the way that Kanye comes in. It's pure bliss and excitement from, the start of the song all the way to the end of it.
But it's not perfect.
Why is this?
It's not perfect because of Ye's auto-tune, bro. Like, the same way that we brought up, like, his singing and Come to Life, we got to treat it the same way for every song. I feel like he does have weak auto-tune at a certain proportion within the track.
Think about it in the context of listening to it. Like, are you really paying attention to his auto-tune in the whip?
I'm noticing it. Like, I'm hearing it.
You see, like, I've never like
I'm definitely hearing it,
bumped
bro.
Father Stretch My Hands Part 1 in the whip, and I'm like, yeah, this is really cool, but his auto-tune's off. I guess it's more of a music critic sort of thing where you're like, oh, well, if I have to kind of be a bastard about it,
he's over abusing the auto-tune, and like, again, it's not enough to give it a perfect
let me ask
rating.
you this. So, like, Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, it wouldn't be on the same level technically as a Ghost Town, as a Reborn, or as a Life of the Pardon.
For me personally, no, it wouldn't be on that level.
I could be okay with that.
Amazing is good.
Yeah, I could be okay.
Okay, now we're square. We're even with this. And by the way, that song has one of the best beat drops in all of Kanye's catalog to me. But we got a couple. I think The Life of Pablo is the album that we brought in the most songs.
It's because like going into this track list, I feel like there. Anyways, I'll talk about this maybe for another episode if we ever do a dedicated episode on the Life of Pablo. But
yeah.
Saint Pablo. So people argue that this is one of his best ever written songs. When it comes to like the new modern, era of I don't even know if you call it modern at this point. Like it's almost 10 years since this album came out. It was back in 2016. I just love everything about it, bro. I love how inspired he is, and even going back to the track, like. Just lines talking about how, like, the new generation is the closest thing that we've had since Einstein. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Like, I love that type of lyricism, and I love that type of writing. Even maybe if you didn't write it, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's there. It's in your hands, and, like, you're listening to it, and you're absolutely inspired. Having Sampha come onto the track, sampling Where I'm From and, like, kind of, like, reversing the loop, it's just... It's a perfect rap song, bro.
This is a perfect song, bro, and I just feel like Kanye poured every fiber of his being into it. Like, it's him at his most introspective, his most raw, his most honest, and we always speak about how Sampha's a glitch when it comes to, like, being a feature on a hip-hop record. This is his best ever feature to me. It's going to beat out, what am I thinking, a Father Time. It's going to beat out... any of the Drake collabs. Like, this is the number one for me, bro.
Yeah, this is the number one for you?
Yeah, bro. He literally makes you feel like God is carrying you to this lighthouse. Like, it's just touches you on another level, bro.
All right.
But let's keep on going. Next up, we got No More Parties in LA. This is the dream team, bro. Fucking Kanye, Kendrick over Madlib production. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yo, Dot, I got you. This is like hip hop Twitter's like dream collaboration. This is hip hop Twitter's dream collaboration.
Literally. Actually, no. It would probably be Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar getting introspective over an Alchemist album, over Alchemist production.
Shout out to Craig, man. I don't know why. I don't know how that became so big, dude. Like, I'm not even. You know what? Fuck it. If we ever get the imagine he delivers. Imagine Young Thug drops a song with that Alchemist production. That would be one of the biggest moments in hip hop Twitter history.
That would literally be the biggest moment. Like, that would show hip hop Twitter's influence on another level, bro. Like, imagine that shit.
But anyways, talking about the song itself, it's perfect, bro. I can't look at this and not give it the perfect rating. If we gave it the same Pablo, it's getting this one.
Especially that, like, people are still almost 10 years later debating who had the better verse. Like, that just shows you how much they put into it. Both of them in terms of effort and even the production, bro. That creepy guitar lick that rolls through, the pulsating bass line, just there's nothing you can pinpoint that's wrong. But this is a song that I feel like we haven't spoken much about. This is a Real Friends off of the Life of Pablo.
This is one of my favorites.
You love this song?
I love this song. I don't think it's in the upper echelon though of the catalog, but for like personal enjoyment and really enjoying it, I do.
I like it as a concept. Like I enjoy Ye getting into that bag where like he's rapping about how hard it is to maintain certain relationships with family members, friends. Like that felt like
there's a load of
perspective
value
that was real to him in his life. That being said, Ty Dolla $ign, I like the back and forth they have. That showed chemistry and like was sort of like the template of like, oh, we could actually build off of this and make collab albums together. But that being said, his bridge is a bit forgettable for me. The song as a whole, sonically, was never all that captivating for me.
Listen, it is a bit flat as a song itself, but I think like I like that somber feel to it. I like that lo-fi production to it, and I do go back to this song quite often for the Life of Pablo.
It's good or great for me.
I would go great with it.
Okay.
I think it's a great song.
Maybe we can do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bound 2.
Bound 2. Going into Yeezus now. So refreshing, bro, to have this song as the outro of Yeezus just because it sounds unlike the rest of the fucking album.
Yeah, but it was going to be a precursor into what he would be working on next, right? With Life of Pablo, and I think it's aged perfectly. It's extremely graphic. It's cinematic. And the sample flip is fucking incredible. It's really a beautiful song. Again, like, how do you not give this the perfect rating? This is a perfect Kanye West song.
It is, but even the Charlie Wilson pre-chorus is absolutely beautiful. Like you said, the two different samples at play, the Brenda Lee and then the Ponderosa twins, just genius sampling. And the Kanye song, maybe with some of the best quotables. I mean, one good girl is worth 1,000 bitches. Have you ever asked your bitch for other bitches? That red cup all in the lawn shit.
Have you, Lou?
Maybe once or twice. It didn't go over well, though.
It didn't go over well?
Yeah, I don't want to reminisce over that. Rock Forever 21, but just turned 30. Like, just timeless shit, bro.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's an awesome song.
Yeah.
Perfect rating. All right, Guilt Trip. So,
this is a song where we do not see eye to eye on, so I don't know where the hell we're going to go with this.
So what rating do you want to do with this?
Bro, man. Like, I love the pop can sample. I feel like that was really badass. It didn't get too repetitive for me, but more than anything, it's that Kid Cudi bridge at the end, bro. Like
the Kid Cudi bridge is hard. The pop can
God.
sample is good. It's just like the Kanye performance is a bit lackluster on the entire track.
Where would you go? Because I want to find a balance here with Guilt Trip.
I wouldn't go mid with it. I'd go good. I think I could give it a good rating. I think it's like I'm on the mid. Like I'm in the high mids. I'm in the high mids.
Okay,
low
fine.
goods.
We can go good.
I think good's a fair rating for it.
I'm happy with good for Guilt Trip.
I wouldn't put it on the same level as a Field Trip, bro. Like, we can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the lyrics aren't great, right? Like, he's just rapping about smashing for the whole song. Like that's literally what it is. But I like that berserk style from him. Like, he's all over the place.
It's cool, and like there's a lot of layers to the song itself. It's never been one of my favorites.
I feel you. All right, let's go on to another Kanye West collab album, the right one. Watch the Throne.
This is crazy, bro.
I love that. Yeah. Church in the Wild. Here we go.
Well,
what were you gonna say if we were to
bring in New Day? I think that would get a perfect rating.
We do have New Day though.
We do. Oh
we
shit!
Do
I didn't
have
even see
New
on the
Day.
We'll get there, guys. Give us 2 songs.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no, it's coming up. My bad. I didn't see it on the document. But yeah, No Church in the Wild is interesting because it's also a huge lucky break for Frank Ocean. Like, does he have the career that he has for it? And he's also like there's been like, I guess, these letters that have gone viral of him like self-writing to himself and like kind of foreshadowing going to work on this song, with Jay-Z and with Ye, and just talking about how much of a big blessing it is. And it really is. Like, it has this dark anthemic feel to it, like there's an aggressive nature to the song, and it's just such a sick song. Even the quotables from Jay, like, this is one of the best songs on the entire album.
100%. Speaking about Frank, just vocals sounded amazing, and I feel like it's rare for a singer to be able to do this on a hip-hop song, but he was able to like show his full vocal range, bro, just on the choruses that he had.
But like the pocket that he caught for like that chorus is so good, and the way that it transitions and kind of sandwiches in between, the Kanye and the J verse, it's flawless, bro. This is a flawless track.
Even 88 keys, bro. I mean, what he was able to do with like those constant kicks and those electric guitar chords, like it was so epic in sound. Is this perfect?
Yeah, it's perfect, bro.
Oh.
No, come on. Are we serious?
Yeah, I think it needs to be, bro. One of the most cinematic Kanye songs from the 2010s. And yeah, I think we could say one of the best Ye and Hov songs, too.
That's very true. But let's go on to the next one. Let's talk about Paris. All right? So, I mean, this is everyone's favorite club song. The quotables on this are absolutely incredible. The production still goes nuts to this day. It's crazy that this was supposed to be a Pusha T song. Thank God. Whoever made the decision to put this on Watch the Throne, oh my goodness. Wow. God bless her soul.
Yeah, I think Pusha T just couldn't rap to it. I think that's what it was, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you think so? I think he could have rapped to it. Maybe it was a bit too fast tempo for him.
Yeah, I think it was. But yeah, this is just an all-time banger, bro. Like, if you haven't rapped along to this in the club, like, fuck, man. You missed out. You missed out. But this is Kanye in his fucking zone, bro. It's Kanye in his zone. It's Jay-Z giving you quotable after quotable. What is there not to love? I mean, bro, the Will Ferrell sound bites, them playing it 12 times in a row in fucking Paris, the fish fillet bar, iconic. Just iconic.
Perfect rating.
Yeah. It is, bro. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
What are you going to knock on this song?
Nothing to knock.
You can't. And speaking of perfect, New Day comes into the mix.
It's a perfect song.
I told you. This prediction of this being the most like perfect ratings we ever give to a tier list, it's going to age well. It's going to do it. It's going to break the record.
This is the best written song on the entire album.
Yeah, they're speaking to their future sons, bro. Like, what?
Yeah, it's stupid.
This is a dream concept. And
yeah, with the RZA production, too. Oh, my goodness. It's so lush. It's beautiful. It's luxurious. It gets you, just fucking invested into the track. Like, everything about it is beautiful.
It's even like just the human development, like Jay-Z having the maturity to apologize to his unborn son because he knows that his life won't be normal because of whose son he is. Like,
it's crazy.
What?
Yeah, it really is.
It's one of a kind for Kanye's catalog. Really one of a kind, bro, and just so emotionally riveting as well. Perfect rating. All right, let's go on to Runaway, and this is very interesting just because you had that very memorable hot take where you said that Runaway was not a perfect song. Are you standing on business today?
For a tier list, let's do it, bro. Let's just give it the perfect rating. What are we doing?
Okay, no, but I just, for the sake of argument, I want to know, like, do you still feel like it's not a perfect song?
It's one of my most loved Kanye songs. Like, I want to get this straight. I just felt like, because of the term perfect, kind of like with the whole controversy of us not putting Kanye's catalog in the perfect rating. Like, the term perfect is the term perfect, Like, so I guess it's a virtue of the tier list, and like, just kind of it plays in maybe to a slight flaw with it, but at the same time, like, how it's definitely like one of his best ever songs. I can't look at like the bar of him emailing a picture of his Johnson to a woman and like and kind of go through that lyric and be like, yeah, it's gonna completely wipe off the value of the song. No, it's a perfect song.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever emailed the Johnson?
I have not.
No,
not through Gmail.
Okay,
I've never Gmailed.
Only Kick Messenger. Yeah. I got it. I got you.
Let's slow our roll here. Bro.
No, but all jokes aside, going back to your sing, I feel like that was sort of like. I could find a loophole here. I feel like the idea of this song was for it to be this imperfect masterpiece with Kanye saying how many imperfections he has as a human being and how, this song is like 9 minutes long and there's certain transitions that maybe don't flow very smoothly, but just make sense for the type of track that it is, where it's just going into all these different places sonically, and
that piano key hits your soul every single time.
That E major, bro, like it's just,
and the way that the drums kick in, it's such a such a well put together song. It's so unique.
It's like progressive hip hop at its finest. It really is. So perfect. We're doing
perfect
it.
rating.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. I appreciate that, bro. All right, let's keep on going. Next up is Power. How could you not feel compelled, like listening to this song? The vocal chants.
How long was it? How long did it take? Like 15,000?
5,000 hours.
5,000 hours.
5,000 human hours put into it. Just all the
How do you
sirens,
even
bro. The
calculate
claps. He's probably capping. Like he's probably like, yeah, 5,000 hours. It sounds good. It sounds sexy. Let's say 5,000.
But you know what? Fuck it. I'll believe it.
Yeah.
I'll be a naive fan.
Why not?
Yeah, rip it. But you can low-key believe it though when you
It
listen.
makes
to
me
this,
feel better about the song.
It does.
So fuck it. Why not?
One of his best put together hooks. One of his best put together hooks. I love the rapping performances. Some of the best verses on the entire album when it comes to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and the production is one of the best ever beats he's ever produced.
Yeah, bro. So much bravado too, and like just fully taking his ego to the next level. And I just love like how he sounds like he's in total control of the mic on this song. It's amazing to me.
Oh, Lou, it's a perfect song.
You want to go perfect with Power too?
Yeah, it has to be, dude. Like it's a mecca. It's
Okay.
a mecca type.
I'm not
song.
mad at it.
It's an anthem.
I
It's one
would-
of his
I would-
best-
I would- I would've
it's one of
gone
his-
amazing,
It's one of
but-
his best crafted anthems, bro.
I'm not
It's
mad.
a flawless anthem. There's literally like this is a song that you can't pick out a flaw.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I really
We
can't.
can do it.
We could definitely.
We can do it. All right,
But
next
I don't know-
up.
I don't know how I'm gonna do the graphic design on
I
this tier
know.
list because I'm gonna have so
You're
many
need two
perfect-
layers. It's like
Yeah.
2 rows of perfect.
All right, let's keep going.
Let's
on
keep
with
on going. Next up, we got A Hell of a Life, and this
this.
song.
I think this is where the perfect streak is gonna end.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, instrumentally, it's impressive. You have the sampled guitar from Iron Man by Black Sabbath. That was super cool. And I also love just the spiraling electronic synths that you hear throughout the record. Very well produced song. Like, that's, to me, the standout of this track. Now, going into Kanye's performance, I mean, it's nothing special, if I'm being real with you. I mean, I do like how manic he sounds throughout the record. The hook is decent at best. And fun fact, actually, on the hook, he never actually says hell of a life. If you pay close attention,
What does he say
he
instead?
says hell of a lie.
Oh, I never knew that.
Which is
that-
interesting
is that what
because
the Genius like lyrics read out?
yes, and what's interesting is that it's almost as if like he's saying that like the whole glamour behind having the life of the rich and famous is a lie, because that's what the song's about, right? Like
Yes.
marrying the porn star, getting the big house. It's almost like he's saying this idea of heaven, of the American dream is a lie. So very interesting little side note
It is
there,
an
but
interesting concept. I feel like it's a slept-on song for this track list. I do think that
it is.
it's one of the weaker songs off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but that just comes as a consequence of being on one of the greatest albums of the 2010s decade.
Great
you know?
song. I go great with this.
You could go great with Hell of a
Yeah.
Life. Yeah.
Why you would have gone good?
It's like high good, like low great.
Yeah.
That's the way that I feel about
All right, let's do great. Next up, Devil in a New Dress. I mean, listen, we did a Kanye West song bracket, and this won the
it.
bracket.
That's one on the bracket. Perfect.
It's perfect. We've spoken a lot about it. It's pure opulence, guys. It's peak fucking luxury hip hop. What else is there to say?
There's nothing to say. But
All
let's go
right,
into
Paranoid. Here we go. I mean, this is a song that you famously called a skip on our Do These Albums of Any Skips.
I got death threats off of this song.
Yeah.
People called for my retirement. I'm sorry, man.
It was deserved. No, I'm kidding.
It was.
No,
hey,
but this song, I'll be honest, like going into the episode, I kind of like skimmed through it, but then after hearing like just the madness that ensued afterwards, I went back and like really bumped it in the car, and I'm like, even I'm a fucking idiot. Even though I didn't consider it a skip, I'm an idiot for not defending the stance that it shouldn't be a skip in that video, because
yeah, I think you got a little bit of pressure. I think you were like, oh, we got to save the brand.
this is one of the most danceable like Kanye West songs. The groove of this song.
Like, okay, listen, I think
bro.
I think the groove is nice, whatever it is, but I've never deliberately gone in my kitchen and like danced to Paranoid. Let's be real.
the
Here.
Mr.
So
Hudson vocals.
you whipped it on and you started dancing in your kitchen to Paranoid. You were making some toast and you were like in like a kind of like a High School Musical sort of scene with it.
I'm not fucking dancing while making toast and shit, but I'm just saying,
I'm
if I
just saying.
hear this in the right setting, a wedding, whatever the case may
Just
be,
don't glaze
I'm gonna
it,
fall
you know?
into a vibe. I'm not gonna glaze it, bro. I just feel like this, at the very least, is a great song. At the very least.
Blue, it's a good song.
No, bro.
It's a good song. Don't worry.
Ye
Like,
is in his bag on this song, bro. I
It's a
love
good
the
song.
synths. I think it's one of the most unique sounding songs. It's like the spacey disco track. Like,
Yikes is better, that's for sure.
what's better?
Yikes is better, that's for sure. I would.
No,
give,
I don't think it is
I would
better.
Give Real
No,
Friends
that's another bad take, bro. Real Friends and Yikes are not better than Paranoid, bro. Come on.
in my opinion.
Oh,
I
come
think they're. Anyways, whatever. I'll budge for you.
Great. There we go. Fuck
You-
yeah.
you-
Justice for Paranoid. Let's go. Next up, Heartless.
You see, that confirms my suspicions, bro. Like, did you want that to be clipped up? Do you want that to go crazy in the
No,
Reddits?
I don't really care. I just think it's a great fucking song. It's really that simple.
No. Hey, listen, I budged. I said, okay, no problem.
All right.
Next up, Heartless. This is like one of my favorite like childhood songs from Ye.
Is it his best singing performance? It might be.
I love the use of auto-tune on this. He's talking about his breakup, and it was one of like the most unique Kanye songs to come out at this time. It's something completely different. You've obviously seen him like then explore that sonic landscape and albums that came after this, whatever the case may be. But when it comes down to Heartless, I don't know. I have a really big soft spot for it. I still bump it to this day. I really do. Like, this is a heavy song for my rotation.
Shout out to Kid Cudi. He actually wrote the hook on this thing.
I think it's amazing.
It's an amazing song.
I think it's an amazing song.
At the very least. And you could also make the argument for Perfect. I'm not going to lie. Should we fucking do it? Should we load it in?
Let's do this, okay? I'll go through the Perfect ratings, and you tell me if you think it's on that echelon. Okay. New Day. No Church in the Wild.
Already, yes.
Bound to Saint Pablo. Yeah, fuck
it's
it.
There,
why
bro.
not?
It's fucking.
It deserves it. Yeah, it's arguably his best ever melodic performance. Mm-hmm. All right, let's keep going on with this.
All right, Stronger. One of Ye's biggest songs. Some people say that it's overplayed. We're in 2024, and to me, it's still aging well, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
it is.
We've spoken a lot about this, how it was groundbreaking to sample Daft Punk the way that he did and just give you this futuristic anthem.
Well, also, he wanted to take Graduation, the stadium tour with it. So he needed a song to be able to do that, and that's exactly what he accomplished with Stronger. Mm-hmm. I never understood the hate with it. I think it's a well-produced song. I like the hook on it. I love the energy that it brings to you, and it has like that amp up sort of vibe to it. I think it's a great song. I think Stronger is
not amazing. I would go amazing with this song.
No, I'd go great.
I feel like the only flaw I could really pick out is like some of the lyrics are kind of like whatever, but it's just a sick fusion of genres. Like,
it is an amazing song. You know what? Fuck it, bro. You could do the.
You're seeing the light today. All right, let's go.
No, it's just because honestly,
you don't want to have the debate. Is that what it is?
No, but I'm not gonna debate you if I think that it's a really great song, and then you want to bring it up to like the amazing.
I got you.
I can't. What am I gonna argue against? There's literally not. I'd be wasting my breath.
Okay.
But let's go on to I Wonder. This is a perfect song to me, bro. It's beautiful.
It's I think for good reason. Like, people consider the Labby Cifra sample. I hope I pronounced that right. One of the best sample flips in Kanye's whole catalog.
It's a top 3 Kanye flip.
Yeah, easy. Bro.
Even the messaging of the song, like, it's so bro. It could be interpreted so many different ways. Like, looking at your own life and trying to chase your dreams, but asking, is it really all worth it? And would you be willing to give it up for like things that feel a bit more human and things that feel a bit more real? Like, it's such an interesting mindset to be in. It really, and it makes you reminisce, and it makes you like go over your own life. Like, it's one of those songs. It's one of them ones,
Yeah,
so,
it is one of them ones. I just love how inspirational it is and how he's just rapping with just so much heart. And I'm back on my grind, like, just
no way.
Stupidity. Perfect song.
And talking about building up Chicago again, and like building up the scene, and how inspired he is by the city, and what it means for Graduation. It's beautiful.
Yeah, let's go on to Can't Tell Me Nothing. As you guys may or may not know, it is my favorite Kanye West song of all time. And I think that, like, apart from it being this timeless banger and arguably Kanye's biggest banger ever, I just feel like it's the song that best represents Ye, in the sense that he's not someone that you can control. You can't tell him what to say. You can't tell him what to do. It's a song about really expressing your freedom to the highest extent. And when you're looking at like the way that this song sort of like previewed how big trap instrumentals were going to be as well, it was sort of a pioneering record as well.
I don't know if it's a pirate. Like, I agree. Like, it brought it to new heights because of how popular this song was. But there was still like Jeezy and like T.I. that were still doing their thing with like trap drums and stuff like.
Yes, but it's like this was like now everybody is familiar with like Jeezy ad libs and like just this. It definitely added a spark. But I don't know. I kind of never saw it that way. But regardless, though, I think it's
a perfect song. It is a perfect song. I love his flows on this, bro, and like even the way like. Talking about like waking up out of a dream and going to get a Jesus piece, like, bro, we're talking about a different type of Kanye on this one.
Yeah,
bro, how many perfect ratings do we have?
There's too many.
Actually, I could do it right now. I could do it. I'm gonna Command F this.
There's way too many, man.
Hold on a second. Let me.
I think we're at like 10.
16.
What? That's crazy.
We're at 15.
Guys, let us know. Are we being too lenient? I really
Nah,
want to know. I don't
come
think
on.
we are.
You want me to go through them again? Life of the Party, Reborn, Ghost Town, Saint Pablo, No More Parties in LA, Bound 2, No Church in the Wild, Paris, New Day, Runaway, Power, Devil in a New Dress, Heartless, I Wonder, and Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's just what
no,
it is.
no. Let's get something straight here. These are perfect
It's
songs.
just funny because we've done like Travis tier list, we've done Kendrick tier list. Like we've never had anything close to this for the amount, but it's deserved.
Anyways,
it's fucking deserved.
let's go to
on.
Gold Digger.
Yeah, here we go. This is a song that Kanye literally admitted he made for the money.
He
He
did.
said, "Fuck it, I was chasing the bag."
And he said he didn't fuck with it either.
Yeah,
It's like, nah.
and I don't either. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Either. I don't think it's a bad song, though.
No, it's a mid song.
It is mid, though.
I think the Ray Charles sample gets stale really quickly within the track itself. It's funny just because like this song actually has amazing critic reviews. The critics fucked with it heavy. Apart from that, it's just, you know, it's a song that after repeat listens, just, you know, you get tired of hearing about like the gold digging baby mamas at a certain point. You know what I mean? It's like,
It's a bit
Okay.
flat as far as a song thematically, and like I don't expect that. I think there's other songs on here that, you know, maybe don't have the most topical focus, but at the same time, like I just don't find a reason to ever revisit this song.
Yeah,
you know what
it's
I'm
a
saying?
miss.
Like with Stronger, like there's a reason. Like you want to go back for a reason. You know, with this, it's just like okay, let's whip it out the window. Mid rating for sure.
yeah, all right. So mid rating for Gold Digger. Let's go on to a song that people have been waiting for us to talk about just because a lot of people feel like it's one of the most overlooked songs in Kanye's catalog. This has gone off of Late Registration, and I think it deserves its flowers just because you go to that fifth verse, like Kanye's final verse on this song, and it is some of the best rapping that he's ever done.
Well, it's 5 verses as a whole. You have Consequence on it as well. You have Cameron, and people debate like, are these the best verses of their careers as well? Like, it's absolutely stupid, bro. And Otis Redding's on the song as well.
Yeah, great sample
Oh
of that.
my goodness, you know, self Kanye West produced. Like, this is a pure Kanye beat, and this and Heard Him Say are probably like one of like these are the best tracks on, like I would say, with Touch the Sky, of course, and other ones, like the best out of the Late Registration era.
Yeah,
for me
it's
at
up
least.
there. I think it's an amazing song. That's where I would go with this.
I could argue Perfect as well. I think Gone's a perfect song too, bro. The rapping performance is like a 2-word sort of like it's like a refined 2 words to a certain
It is
extent.
phenomenal. I even like besides like the Otis sample, even the orchestral sounds by John Bryan. Like it's so well produced too. Fuck yeah, another one.
How? I think this is gonna be the one where people are like, oh man, maybe you're glazing a bit too much, but like I look at this song and I'm like, this is the best rap pure song out of anything else we've given. Perfect, maybe right next to like maybe a Bound 2. No, it has better rapping performances than Bound 2. It has on par rapping performances with a No More Parties in LA. The production is just as good in my opinion. Then after that, what you want to look at maybe a Saint Pablo. The rapping performances are just as good as that as well.
All right, the 17th perfect. Fuck it, we ball. Let's do it.
All right, next up,
We Major.
I love this song too.
This is just one of the most satisfying Kanye beats of all time. Just like those John Bryan keys, the trumpets, the orchestral arrangement, super cinematic. It's a celebratory song as well. Ye rapping about just how he grew up and how bleak the future could seem. And it's all in context of like what Ye had to overcome to get to where he got to. And then you're getting Nazir Jones spitting an incredible verse as well. And do you think it's one of his best features? Like, do you think it's up there with some of the other?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of his most iconic features.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So what are we doing here? This went far in our bracket, eh?
It did go far. It did go far for good reason. Fuck, bro. The Really Dope hook is pretty cool too.
Bro,
Again,
fuck it, we ball.
Another one.
Because how? Like what? Like what's? There's no flaws with these songs.
another one.
It's yeah. He's an animal, bro.
There
Like,
we go.
His catalog is.
Well, speaking of the perfect train, another one is hopping aboard. All falls down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some
What the
adjustments
fuck,
on the
bro?
graphic, guys. I have to fix it up.
Fucking Kanye West,
But
guys. This guy's
what,
the GOAT.
Like, what do you want to do?
He's actually the GOAT.
What do you want to do here? Like, come on. Looking at this and we'll go on. Bro, there's gonna be another 2 low key.
Yeah, I
and there's
know.
another 2 by the end of this track.
Maybe 3, maybe 4. But yeah, no, it's just this song I think is one of his most like impactful lyrically. just him talking about like mass consumerism and how toxic it is and how
The Selena Johnson sample too was beautiful. I
and
mean,
like when you think of like peak soul Kanye, you think of fucking All Falls Down.
it's a top 5 song in his catalog.
Yeah. There you go. Put it in.
That's gonna get.
Put it in, Chief. Next up, Jesus Walks. There we go. What? But guys, are we crazy? Let us know, guys. Are we bugging on any of these? Because how are you not gonna put Jesus Walks in perfect? How?
I don't want to. You know how many times I've broken
Yeah, I
down this
don't
song
want
on
to
the
talk
pod?
about it anymore.
I would feel like it's kind of boring.
Okay, but it ends.
You know?
It ends here. The new workout plan comes in, and you know what's funny is that I feel like besides, like it obviously doesn't sound gruesome or violent, but it sounds like an Eminem song in the sense of like how surprising a lot of the lyrics are. Some of the jump scares. It feels like an early goofy Eminem song to me.
Yeah, it's
Even in terms of some of the flows.
and it feels a bit awkward too, though.
Yeah.
It's awkward for the track list. This is a song that I wish was not on the College Dropout.
Yeah, it's a miss, bro.
It's a big miss, but it's not a bad song though.
And even like half of the song is like women calling in and like saying, "Oh, I love Kanye's new workout plan and made me get with this great looking guy and shit." It's like, okay,
It's a mid song.
it's a mid song. I'm not gonna lie,
It
bro.
very much is. Next up,
Last song for the tier list, and we're ending off on a fucking high note. Another one.
It's gonna be perfect. Through the Wire. Why not, bro? How are you gonna rap after a car accident?
Yep. And instead of bring out the whole ocean, it turned into bring out all the perfects.
Bring out all the. Bring out all the perfect.
Bring out all the perfects.
It's a perfect
What the
track.
fuck?
Nah, but I'm sorry, bro. It's a listen, we have some bad songs on here, but like it's a Kanye song tier list. Like he has one of the strongest discographies ever, bro. And, like,
And I feel like some people might say like, well, why don't you guys balance it out a bit more? But how are you gonna do a Kanye West song tier list and not include Runaway and not include Through the Wire and not include We Major? Like
okay, again, you want me to go through we're gonna give it the perfect rating, okay? I'll conclude this episode by going through all the perfect ratings we gave, okay? So hold on, perfect. There's a total of 20 of them.
it's half of the tier list,
bro.
bro.
Fuck it, I don't care. Life of the Party. Listen to this. Okay, Life of the Party. You guys are not debating. That's a perfect song, okay? Reborn. Perfect song. I don't give a fuck. Ghost Town. Don't even argue it. Saint Pablo. If you don't think it's perfect, get your
Fuck
ears
you.
checked. No More Parties in LA. Perfect song. As Lou said, fuck you. Next up, Bound 2. Perfect song. What are you going to complain about? You're going to complain about the raps? You're going to complain about the production? Guess what? You can't. Perfect song. No Church in the Wild. What do you want to do? Complain about Frank Ocean? Fuck you. Paris, one of the biggest bangers ever. Perfect rating. New Day. What do you want to do? Complain about the RZA production? Fuck you. Next up, we have Runaway. Listen, I can't come into a tier list and put it an amazing rating, guys. I can't do this. Like, what do you want me to do? Even if there was one that I had control over, I can't do it. It's his magnum opus. I'm not fucking doing it, okay? It's going into the perfect. Power. I'm going to be a naive fan here and say, I believe the 5,000 hour rule. He did it. What do you want to complain about? There's nothing to complain about. It's a perfect song. Devil in a New Dress. Self-explanatory. Heartless. Do you know how many people are inspired by this record? Do you know how many people have careers because of this record?
Oh, he's using auto-tune, though, guys. It's not a natural singing performance.
Perfect. Let's keep going. I Wonder, one of the best sample flips ever used by Kanye West and within the 2000s decade, at least in my opinion, and some of his best ever writing, at least for Graduation. Perfect rating. Can't tell me nothing. I'm not going to do it to you, Lou. And honestly, it's one of his sickest ever productions. Let's keep going on with this. Gone. This one was debatable. This one was debatable.
That one was debatable. I wasn't totally convinced, but I said fuck it.
Yeah, but the 5 verses.
Yeah.
5 verses and the Otis Redding sample.
Yeah.
What do you want to do here? Perfect. Then you get We Major, get out of here. All Falls Down, get out of here. Jesus Walks, get out of here, and Through the Wire. Honestly, they're all deserved, and like the only debate is gone. And I think that honestly make me realize why it's not a perfect song.
Absolutely. But yeah, guys, listen. It is what it is. Kanye West, one of the greatest artists of all time. If you disagree with that, talk to a fucking wall because I don't want to hear it. Kanye West, guys, amazing. And listen, we love doing these song tier lists for different artists. So let us know which artist should we do it for next. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and staying all the way until the end. We love you. We'll see you soon. Peace out.